Okay, everyone, we're back. We got a brand new video here today, and we're talking about reducing our stock trading fees today. And yes, this is something that more than likely you will be able to do today if you haven't already. Now, I sent an email out to my subscribers a few weeks ago and asked them, what's the number one thing you would like me to teach you? And the majority of the responses, we're talking 99% of the responses, had to do with making more money doing X, making more money doing Y. You know, a trade that averages 10% ROI, 25% ROI, 50% ROI. And while all that's possible, it's absolutely possible. One of the things you can do to instantly make yourself more profitable is to cut down on your expenses. So this is going to be a very short video, but I'm going to talk about exactly how you can, if you would like to, reduce your trading expenses, and that always starts with commissions, right? So unless you use Robinhood. So Robinhood is a mobile app. I don't know if they have a desktop application, but Robinhood is a trading application where there are no commissions per trade. Now, you have to pay a subscription to be able to trade on margin, but if you don't do that, you can absolutely trade 100% for free. But if you're not using Robinhood, and even if you are using Robinhood and you're paying that monthly subscription to be able to trade via margin, which is basically selling spreads, getting margin on stock positions, margin on option positions, commissions will be your biggest expense. And we can kind of see how the numbers actually break down. Now, I took this from stockbrokers.com. I know that some websites post different rates for commissions, and there are sometimes specials going on with these online brokerage accounts that make this a little bit different, but this is what I got today from stockbrokers.com. I didn't make up this stuff. This is what they're telling me. So we can see that we have like TD Ameritrade and ETrade. It's $6.95 flat fee per stock trade. So it doesn't matter if you trade 100 shares or 1,000 shares, that is the price you will pay. Now we have Interactive Brokers, which is the cheapest. I think it's 0.25 cents per share or whatever it ends up being, and then TradeStation is also a flat fee at $5. Now options is where it gets really kind of, there's a big disparity between these online brokerages when it comes to options. If you trade 10 contracts, now again, this is just to open the position. This does not include closing it out. But just to open a position, which is 10 contracts on TD Ameritrade and ETrade, is $14.45. On Interactive Brokers, it's only $7, and on TradeStation, it's 10. And again, this line, this second row here for options trades, 10 contracts, remember, it's only for opening trades. It's not for closing them. Now, if we kind of extrapolate these numbers over the course of a year, if we trade 1,000 shares once a week, for 50 trades over an entire year on TD Ameritrade, that's $347.50. That's the same thing for ETrade. Interactive Brokers is $125, and TradeStation is $250. And then if we take a look at trading one options trade 50 times over the course of the entire year, 10 contracts, right? It's going to be $722.50 for TD Ameritrade and ETrade, and $350 for Interactive Brokers, and $500 for TradeStation. So again, depending on where you lie, and there are pros and cons of each. I personally use TD Ameritrade because I've used it for my entire trading career. They have not paid me to say that. They had no idea I was going to say that, but I have. I really like their technology, and I've been able to negotiate far lower rates than you see right here, and we're going to talk about that in about 30 seconds time. You know, Interactive Brokers is definitely the cheapest of the large online brokerage accounts, but there are some technology difficulties that make the platform a little bit challenging. ETrade is kind of your web browser, pretty clunky. I don't know many people who actually use that at all. And then TradeStation is pretty good. TradeStation gives you a lot of nice tools, a lot of great charting, and also gives you great grades. But you can see, you know, the more you trade, and no one is planning on trading just for the next year or investing for the next year. We're planning on doing it for the next few days. How much having discounted commissions can actually help you. So there's a couple things you can do. And this is really quick video, a lot of action items. The first thing you can do is you can just go ahead and move your account from one online brokerage to another who charges less fees. But just be aware, a lot of these discounted online brokerages, they come with lower quality platforms. A lot of people talk about Tastyworks. They don't, from what I understand today, they don't have any charting available. And a lot of people like to use charts indicators, etc., etc. Right? There's also, again, there's Robinhood, but the fill prices and the prices that I see on the Robinhood app compared to TD Ameritrade, which I think is the top platform, are drastically different. So the quality of the fills that you might get on Robinhood might not be what you actually think they should be. And again, if you want to use margin, you have to pay a subscription. So thinking about going to less expensive brokerages doesn't necessarily mean it's all of a sudden gonna work out in your favor, because there are technology trade-offs by going to different online brokerages. So if you are happy with the technology that you're using, let's say you're at ETrade or you're at TD Ameritrade, and you are happy with them, the best thing you can do is just go ahead and reach out to them and ask for a lower rate. And they're typically more than willing to do that. And what will happen most time is they will introduce you to a relationship manager whose sole job is it to keep you as a customer and keep you as a happy customer and client who continues to trade. The more trades you make, the more investments you make, the more money they make, whole kind of thing. Now, if for some reason they say no, and the truth is about 75% of the time, if you use step 2, which is reaching out to your current online brokerage account, telling them you would like lower fees, more times than not, they're going to say, sure, absolutely, here's what we can do that's a little bit better. And then you get kind of the best of both worlds. You're happy with the brokerage you still have, you don't need to move it, and you're paying cheaper commissions. Now, if for some reason they do say no, what you can remind them is, kindly, that there are other platforms out there that offer significantly lower rates than them, and that you will leave if they don't lower your rates. Now, this is God's honest truth. This has worked for hundreds of people that I've worked with, and in all likelihood, it might work for you as well. Again, they want to keep you as a customer. You know, you're worth a certain value to them every single day, every single week, every single year, and they want to maintain that. So these are the steps you can follow if you want to lower your commissions. Again, everyone wants to make more money. I get it. Everyone wants to go out there. They want to double their money. They want to know which stocks are about to explode, right? But one of the easiest things you can do, even on a weekend, for example, is go ahead and lower your commission rates. So nice and simple. You can definitely take action on this today, no matter when you're watching it. I'll see you all in the next video.